National Monument. Right now the carving is under progress here near the town of Custer in South Dakota. When completed, it's supposed to look just like that. Not like that, like that.
We got suckered.
Think so? As Dad said, we got suckered. But hopefully someday, someday they'll do something with that. Actually, this is what the Crazy Horse Monument is supposed to look like when it's finished. Ellsworth Air Force Base out in Rapid City, South Dakota. The temperature is 72 degrees. This is the B-25 Mitchell. I like the look of that plane. It was very useful during the Second World War. Right next to that we got the Sabre.
Speak up because of the wind.
Oh yeah, that plane right over there, that's the Sabre right there. And the green one with the 8 guns mounted on the nose, that's the B-26. And behind me here, this is the Voodoo. There's an old Huey in the background.
Okay.
It's a model of the B-2 bomber, B-2 stealth bomber. Just a model, as you can tell by the windshield, which is from a Corvette. This model is actually 3/5 the size of the actual bomber. This fellow right here is a B-29 Super Fortress, used towards the end of the Second World War. It's my dad's favorite plane in this collection. Everybody gets pictures next to the Super Fortress, folks. Back there is a tanker. My father, unfortunately, it's the KC-135. Not the 136, the 135. And way off in the distance, that's right, folks, a B-52D. Strato Fortress. Where are we, Dad?
We're in southern Montana, and we're on the Crow Indian Reservation, about, I guess, about 20 miles away from Custer's battlefield.
Nice.
And right now you're looking east. And that's looking north, of course, into Montana. There's nothing here. Very similar to Wyoming. You're looking west, that's towards where battlefield is. And of course south into Wyoming. It's that mountain range over there is the start of the Rockies. You can still see a little snow on the peaks. Temperature's about 72 degrees, no wind. Haze on the horizon, but otherwise blue sky.
Okay, we're at the area of the Little Bighorn, and this is where Custer sent a couple of his, well, sent one of his majors, a guy named Reno, to go off and attack the Sioux.
On June 25th, 1876, the Sioux and Cheyenne were camped in the valley below these bluffs. From the Wolf Mountains, the distant range of hills to the east, the 7th Cavalry approached. As he advanced, hundreds of Sioux and Cheyenne warriors came out to defend their village. In the face of overwhelming numbers, he halted his command. Reno fell back into the timber bordering the river, then led his men in a pell-mell retreat across the river to the bluffs where you are now. Reno's demoralized and badly battered command was joined here by Captain Benteen's force and the pack train. Benteen showed Reno a hastily scrawled message he had received from Custer, which read, "Benteen, come on, big village, be quick, bring packs." With his command now strengthened, Reno attempted to move in the direction of Custer's advance when they heard the sounds of gunfire.
Along the road lie the markers of where soldiers have fallen as they retreated from the pursuing Indians. Running battle.
June 25th and 26th, 1876. At this site, hundreds of Sioux and Cheyenne warriors defeated 5 cavalry companies, about 220 soldiers, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer. As you look over the battlefield, you can see the white markers showing where the bodies of soldiers were found after the fight. No markers show where the warriors fell, because very little is known of their casualties. Probably less than 100 were killed, and the dead were removed by their families immediately after the battle. Only the Sioux and Cheyenne words tell us what happened to the 200 soldiers killed in the fight. Some Indian accounts say that Custer and his men may have tried to cross the river 1.5 miles to your left. Angered warriors, led by Gall, raced across the river and forced the troops back to the ridges. Having lost the initiative, the soldiers found themselves in rough terrain, unsuitable for mounted action. The companies seem to have made individual stands, fighting on foot against the waves of Indians that rolled in from every direction. The warriors did not need to expose themselves to the troopers' fire. Dismounted, they moved from sagebrush to sagebrush and took advantage of the numerous ravines.
Just about 30 miles out of a town called Ashland, which is genuinely in the middle of nowhere. And we're looking at the western side of the Grand Teton mountain range. The range, of course, extends for a good 40 miles. Beautiful warm day. It's supposed to get into the mid 80s. It's supposed to be setting a couple of records. That's about it. Wyoming. We've been in town for about 2 or 3 days.
Old rip, never failing.
We're waiting for the big cattle drive. Just like New York.
Is that it?
That was it. It's the 18th of May. Dad went back home to New York about 3 hours ago. And I was just ran an errand in Jackson on my way back to the lodge. And I happened to see a coyote wandering around the side of the road. Probably looking for mice or something for his dinner. There he goes. Hey, this is basically for Mom, because I know she likes the animals. This guy here's a yellow-headed blackbird. Buddy of his. We're here on the Grand Teton National Park, of course, just a little ways away from the Jackson Lake Lodge. Still the 19th of May, and I'm just driving back from Jackson to the lodge after an errand.